Well, Chris, we're here for the HBF Health Centre update on our injury list. We'll kick it off with Luke McFarlane, concussion on Friday.
Yeah, everyone would have seen it. Obviously, it was early in the game, which didn't suit us. But look, it was a significant hit, and he was ruled out on the night under the new concussion rules. And from there, during the course of the week, he's going to have to pass a concussion test, which is unified across the AFL. And so we're really not going to know until closer to the game. We're all hoping, but at the end of the day, it's in the hands of the doctors and the concussion test, and he'll have to pass that test.
And Alex Silvani sustained an ankle injury on the weekend?
Yeah, really unfortunate for Alex during the Claremont game. He's hurt his ankle, and scans have revealed today that it's going to be possibly a 2 to 3 week injury, which is unfortunate for Alex because he's really looking forward to getting some continuity in his game. But look, the way he does his rehab, the way he prepares himself, we're hoping that that's going to be sooner. But at the end of the day, it's a significant enough injury for him to miss the next 2 to 3 weeks.
And the same with young Craig Moller on the weekend? Yeah,
look, Craig's hurt his quad, and he actually did it in the warm-up before the game. So, look, Craig, we've been really impressed since he came over. He's still a developing young player for us, so obviously you've got to be really careful with a growing body. So that's significant enough that he's going to miss probably a month of football to make sure that he's going to be right for the later half of the year.
And Viv Mischie's listed as a test?
Yeah, well, he is. Look, you know, he's rolled his ankle. He did it in the last week's game, so we're hoping that he does everything right, which we're sure he will, because of the way he goes about his football to give himself a chance to get up. Look, he's confident, but it could easily be a week, but let's see if he gets up. Hopefully he does.
And what's the latest on Sam Menegola?
Yeah, look, unfortunately we're just waiting to see what scans say. Sam was assisted off the field today during training with a knee injury, but we're hoping it's not major, and we're pretty confident that's going to be the case, but we just have to wait for scans.
And some of the players who were on the injury list last week, Garrick Ibbetson's a test?
Yeah, look, that's really confident for us. Garrick's got over his calf. We're expecting him to get through a full week of training. If he does, he's going to be available to play.
Is Zach Clark still 1 or 2 away?
Yeah, he's still 1 or 2 weeks away, and with a calf as well. So he's taken a little bit longer than what we would have liked, but we're pretty keen to get him back and get him playing pill footy, get some form, and hopefully get back into the seniors.
And Jesse Crichton?
Jesse Crichton's still 1 to 2 weeks with the quad injury. So as we've seen with the quad, and the same with Craig, you can't rush them at all, and we never would. We've just got to be really careful with him to make sure that he's going to be right for the rest of the year when he comes back. And
the long term is Sandilands and Morabito, are tracking nicely?
Yeah, still on track. Aaron's still 5 to 9 weeks. We're expecting him to play some football midway through the year. So, and look, Anthony's really exciting for us. He's hopefully going to get into some football sessions really soon, and hopefully we'll see him out there pretty quickly.
Thanks, Chris.
Cheers.